Right, hi guys, we're back here for another Cars and Coffee for DB Dailies. We've got the coffee, the guys don't drink coffee, and we've got the cars, okay? We're going to do some shots of the cars later on. We're down here with Ford Enthusiast Ireland, and we're down here with Luke, and we're down here with Reese. We have your Instagram tags down here someplace. Our photographer or our editor Simon will be looking after that, and we're going to crack into it. So guys, we're down here today. These are holding the Cars and Coffee morning. Very important to do it in the car scene. First question I might as well ask you. How did you start up? When did you start up? Or what was the thought process behind starting up?
Okay, that's right. Like, it was myself and my girlfriend Becca in 2017.
Becca's behind the camera today.
It was actually, yeah, she's too shy today. 2016 I think it was, we went to a Ford show, and when we went to it we noticed there was only kind of STs, RSs, that type of thing, and they kind of kept themselves. There wasn't much for just normal cars, normal Fords. So we decided, why don't we do our own one? So we set up Southeast Ford Owners, and that went for nearly a whole summer in 2017. And at the end of the summer, the lads that we had met up with, why don't you do an All-Ireland one?
Okay, cool, yeah.
So we said, yeah, sure, why not? We weren't too happy about it, to be honest, because we didn't think we could do the whole country.
Yeah.
But then we got help off the lads, like Reese himself, there's Adam, there's a few more reps we have, and we set up our Ford Enthusiast Ireland.
Yeah, so you went from a kind of a southeast club then to a countrywide club then.
Exactly, yeah.
And it is good because, look, we've gone through some of the videos already that we've done for DB Dailies, and you don't have to be a millionaire to go to car shows. Like, you don't have to be a millionaire to have a nice car. Like, everyone's car is there to do up or to modify or just to go to coffee mornings, get out and talk about other cars that you like. Yeah. So I like where you're coming from with your club, that like you're going to a show and it was like these massive cars like that cost like 100 grand to go buy one of these cars brand new, like, you know, and you kind of started from the roots and brought your way back up again, and the fact that your car went from a Southeast club to an All-Irish club proves that there are people out there, normal Joe Soaps like us, that just work Monday to Friday 9 to 5, you know what I mean?
It was quite quick as well, wasn't it?
It took off really quick.
Yeah.
Once we set it up, like, it's about 2021 now, and even with COVID, like, the group jumped, like, I think on Facebook the members we have is 2,700 now. So, and I know that even in Galway, so over the west of Ireland, we still haven't reached people over that way.
Yes,
like, we've done car shows here, we've gone up the north for a show, we've done Dublin, we went to Kerry for an Irish Ford Fair there 2 years running, and then we went to Silverstone over in the UK for the biggest Ford show in Europe, which was amazing. But it's taken off really well, really quick.
So tell me this then, in Ireland then, how do you see the Ford scene in Ireland? Or, well, we'll stick with the Ford scene at the moment. How do you find the Ford scene in Ireland? Is there a county in particular that would house it more than other counties, or do you find it's quite evenly spread? Or where do you go to most of your shows? I know some of the German guys, the bag guys that we've interviewed before, they said a lot of their shows are up the north, you know what I mean? Like, and they end up having to drive up from Wexford, like, which is 4.5 hour drive. For you personally, from the Ford scene, where do you find a lot of your shows are?
I think it's very evenly spread, isn't it? Now, obviously, you're going to have the majority in Dublin, but in comparison to the population, like, it's very well spread out.
Yeah.
I haven't seen many just Ford shows. Like, I know the RS Owners Club do their Ford show. But other than that, I don't know just Ford shows on their own. We're all kind of jumping in with like the Retro Sports Classic Car Club, the DB Dailies, yourselves. Different crowds around, and like everyone accepts us, which is perfect. But like this is our first one here today. Anyway, like we will be doing more.
I think the Ford scene definitely blew up a lot more since the club was brought together.
Yeah.
You definitely didn't see as many like modified Fords around until everyone kind of came together with the club.
Yeah. See, the thing it is to see, I suppose, is that you were there sitting in the corner, like, and you're like, oh, jeez, I love Fords, like, you know. And then you're like, oh, no one else likes Fords, like, you know what I mean? And then you don't realise that there's a guy maybe living 3 doors down that he loves Fords. Yeah. And then when you created your club, you've got to bringing people together, like, you know what I mean? Which I find is a massive thing with car clubs, that it's a community of like-minded people joining together to have a chat, have a talk, you know what I mean? Like, and just get out of the house, you know what I mean? That sort of thing.
It's perfect. Like, we're bringing back not even it's like some of our members or young members, there's lads in their 60s, 70s, 80s.
Yes, yeah,
But
yeah.
it's the older lads that are coming back where the 14 used to be strong when they were kids, when they were young lads.
Yeah.
And then it just died off, and now it's all starting to come back. I know there's modern cars, and you had like the Escorts and then Focuses and Fiestas are kind of taking over now, but
Yeah.
like it doesn't matter what you drive, it has a Ford stamp on it. Come down, you have the same interest.
Yeah.
Enjoy your day, like.
100%. So like that, you can hear from the guys here as well, like that, like they're open, like they're friendly. They're sitting here, we're talking. But come down and give them a chat, like, you know what I mean. We'll link their social medias in the description as well. But come down and have a chat with you, you know what I mean. And like the club is here to be used, no matter where in Ireland you are, like to talk about stuff. Because look at, I suppose, my perspective of Fords, they've gone back through generations. Like you've had the Mark II, you've had the Mark I, the Mexicos. We've got an XR2 here behind us, which is absolutely stunning. But like, it's coming from those years. So a car that maybe our grandfathers were driving as a daily car, that's like sought after now. But then like at the same time, the cars we're driving now, our grandkids are going to be looking at like, geez, that's awesome, like, you know. But that's how Ford's, the club kind of comes together, that you have an older generation, you have a middle generation, we'll call it, and then the newer generation coming up.
That's the thing that some other manufacturers probably don't have, because Ford has such a heritage that it's been brought through the generations. Like.
Yeah, I definitely, 100%, I second that without a shadow of a doubt. So tell me this, as a club, right, you were talking about going to shows and this kind of thing, is there anything in particular that you've done or that you're proud of that you've done for car culture in Ireland?
Like we have pushed our name out. Like for the first 2 years, we did do our own shows. We got our name out there. Every show we've gone to has always been charity based. So ourselves and anyone who's come with us have donated to charity. Yeah. All the runs are for charity. As for car culture in Ireland, we did represent, like our club. We went to the UK, Silverstone. We had a club stand 2 years in a row, and for an Irish crowd to go over the first time, I think we had about 15, 16 cars in the first attempt. The second one, we had another couple, one or two more.
Because you went to a charity in Kilkenny, I think. Becca was telling me earlier on, you went to a charity in Kilkenny as well, or you was raising money for charities in Kilkenny, wasn't it?
Kilkenny.
So we were talking about there, we were saying about charities, how like we're raising money for charity and stuff. Becca was talking to me about Chalk Tom up in Kilkenny, and he's attending an event up there, is that correct?
Yes, we did. It was for suicide prevention, basically, and it brought so many people together. Like it wasn't just Fords; it was every other car culture. It was even tractors, trucks, anyone who has had any losses with suicide or anybody who's gone through problems like that with depression and stuff like that. It was basically come out, show support, listen, talk, have a chat with someone. You never know, like a chat with someone at a car shop could just help it. Like it really is. It's that simple. Like
100%. I couldn't agree more. And see, this is the thing, I suppose, that people from the outside of the car culture, outside car enthusiasts and others, they don't see the fact that we're raising money for charities. And like, mental health is a massive issue in Ireland at the moment. But then the fact that you're coming out here now and having a chat about a car, or you're like, geez man, what allies are them on your car, they're amazing, or how did you do this, or how did you do that? Like, a person that's locked in their room there or whatever, and they think they have no one. And now all of a sudden they have a community like the Ford enthusiasts Ireland, and they're coming out and they're talking to people. Realistically, like, that's the difference between life and death for some people, like, you know what I mean?
So we could be sitting at home right now,
Twiddling their thumbs.
Because but like there's plenty of people here now, everyone is talking to each other, they're having a look at the cars, that's what it's all about.
100%, and even though we have an Irish summer outside, I suppose it's absolutely pissing rain out there, but still, people have made the effort, they've come from all over to come down here today to talk to one another and to get out of the house, isn't it? And that's as important as anything, like, isn't it? So guys, if I was to ask you another question then, we've talked about things the club have done, how you were founded, how it all started off. Where do you see the club going in the future, or what road would you like to go down?
We do want to do more shows. We want to do a big show, as in like a big Irish Ford fair. There was one in Kerry. I had a chat with the chap who organised that on good terms with him, and we're hoping to do one in Wexford, possibly if we have a big area.
Awesome, yeah.
And that should bring in. Yeah, we do it for 2 days. We should bring people from the UK over as well.
Yeah.
Traveling over. But as for that, like we were thinking of club memberships and stuff like that. But at the moment, we don't need a membership. We've good following. I don't think we need to. Like the only thing was with membership was kind of to raise money for the club to put stuff into it. But there's no point. Like we have so many people coming in. We have club stickers and hoodies, which all that helps us goes back into the club. helps us expand.
Yeah,
But
of course.
we just want to get out there a bit more. Like,
Because it is hard starting off, guys. Like, look, from DB Daily's perspective as well, at the start, like, I'm sure you're the same. We had to put our hands into our own pockets, like, you know what I mean? And people think, oh, sure, you've got an order there for 40 hoodies, like, sure, you're going to make money on that. But they don't kind of see, like, that, who pays for those 40 hoodies before they go out, like, you know what I mean? So like that, we have a description down in the box here for the guys' social media as well. They've got t-shirts, jumpers, hoodies, stickers, banners. I'm sure he's had the whole lot. And get on board with them, like, you know what I mean, and help the guys out. Because like that, by you helping the guys out with their club, they're then going forward and helping charities and making their own club bigger, which can obviously provide more to charities. So like, it's not just your charity, but like it is the car scene in Ireland helps charities, like, you know what I mean. It's absolutely fantastic, you know what I mean. I suppose then, if I was to say to you, how, if you were to have a pro and a con to the car scene or car culture, we call it, in Ireland at the moment. We'll start off with the goods, obviously, right? We'll start off with the pros. Car culture in Ireland at the moment, in your eyes, coming from the Force perspective. I know you've come to other shows as well, but from a Force perspective, what would be the pros to GC with car culture in Ireland at the moment?
I think it's definitely positive. Like it's bringing people together. Like you said, it's all about mental health, especially coming out of the pandemic. Everyone's been stuck at home.
Yeah.
We're finally getting out of it now. We can start meeting up with each other again. Just get a little bit back to normality. Get talking to people again.
Yeah.
That's the main thing about it.
Yeah.
like the car scene in Ireland, like it's having a bit of a bad rap. Some places with some things going on, but like we're trying to get a positive message out that, like, there's like what 2% of the population that is into their cars will probably miss. The rest of us are not. We're here to enjoy the day. We're here to see the cars, meet up, talk about our cars. Like some people could spend a fortune just underneath their engine.
Yeah. 100%.
And they just want to show it off. They don't want to go out and tear up the road.
Yeah.
They're literally just out for a good day, show off what they've done, and have a good time with the lads.
Like, I don't come from a Ford scene, guys, and
No.
a lot of these guys here, I've never met them before, and I walked in and it was just like, these are people I've known my whole life, like, you know what I mean? And you walk up along the line of cars there, and some of the owners are standing behind them, you ask them, like, you know, is this your car? And they're like, yeah, and it's like, oh, how did you do this? Like, and there's no problem, like, you know what I mean? It's not like other circles maybe that you'd walk into and people would be throwing you dirty looks, or you walk into an old Irish bar and the old lad sitting up in the corner and he's throwing you eyes across the room, you know? Like, it's very family oriented. It's a Fast and Furious quote, isn't it? It's family, isn't it? But it is very family oriented. Like, you're here to talk, shine up the cars, make them look good, you know what I mean? And get out and help everyone, like, you know what I mean? From mental health to charities, just get out and have the crack with the lads, like, you know what I mean? And with this, there's no need for this tearing up roads. There's no need for this hassle with guards and stuff, right? So I suppose that's going to lead us on to the cons of the Irish car scene.
One more pro before we go off. Like, the best thing is, for anyone who doesn't drive a modified car or has their big interest in cars, wants to, the best thing you can do is, if you go to a car show, if I see someone stand beside a car, how did you get those wheels so quick? I like your windows, or I like this, and immediately if you show one bit of interest in that car, you'll talk to that person for ages, and they'll accept you straight away.
Yeah.
A lot of people could walk past them and not look, and they could be interested in the car, but they'll be too shy. If you just say hello to the person and go, I like your wheels, or I like your windows, or that'll just start the conversation off, and you could be best friends by the end of the day. Like.
And people love that as well. They love talking
They do.
about,
They
you know,
love it.
how what your progress with your own car.
Yeah.
You know,
Look, like what you're saying, people are putting this effort into their cars, you know what I mean? And when someone comes up and appreciates the work that they've done, lads, it could be anything on the car. It could be like, oh, that wing mirror, like, you know, where did you get those wing mirrors out? I try and think of something that's very small on a car, like, but these little small things, like, or, you know, on the top of a fuse box, there's usually a sticker on the top of it. Always rubs off cars, yeah? Everyone knows about this, right? Some guy has a brand new one on top of it. Where did you get that? And the person who owns that car will come up to you, like, and they will talk to you, and they'll be like, well, I got this guy, or I was able to draw it up, or I went online, or they'll do, you know what I mean? It is a very open scene, like, where people are proud of what they have, and they don't want to ruin it for everyone else, you know what I mean?
But by us saying that, like, it helps support businesses that would be in the area. Like, if you got your wheels done by this business, or you got your window tints done, or stickers done. Like, even today we're in DNA Autostyling to do car wrapping, and he's after helping us out with giving us the unit today and helping us out with the lot, the park. So
even coming from not owning the cars as such, but the businesses involved in the car scene are quite open. Like, you know, like you came down here, DNA Autostyling, we'll put the link down here, and like, he gave you the unit here to use today. You know what I mean? And, like, he's not charging you for it. He's all up for the car scene as well. And I suppose it's advertising for his business, but sure, why not? He's helping you, and then you give it back in return, isn't it? Okay, this is the bit I don't like talking about. Cons to the Irish car scene, okay? We've had people talk about insurance, we've had people talk about tax, we've had people talk about just boy racers, we call them, alright? What would ye say we should call it is the top 2 or 3 cons that ye have seen that give ye, you know, that kind of get underneath your skin that you don't like because it's not true, say?
Yeah, I suppose it is the stereotypical one that anyone that's interested in cars is a boy racer, and you have the hooligans that are, you know, do a big burnout, leaving every time. Like, that's such a small minority of any club, not just our one. But like, we don't have any of that. Or any sort of car club or car culture. There's just that small minority that give the rest of it a bad name. And I think a lot of people need to realise that as well.
Yeah. 100%. I couldn't go over more. And like this, we're talking about hooligan, right? And people tearing up roads and all that. People forget, like, Mondello is there, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's track days there. I know in the southeast here, right, we have Goldstone drifting up there as well, right? Like, if you want to go and do your donuts, you want to do your burnouts, right? You want to do racing on roads, right? Mondello's a track. They have drift days, they have track days, right? Goldstone has slab days or whatever they have up there. Like, there's a time and a place for all these things. We're not saying people shouldn't do it or they shouldn't like it, or, you know, everyone's to their own or whatever. But there's a time and a place. Would it be right in saying that?
Like, we totally understand. Like, years ago, like, you'd see over the escort, the rally cars and all this, and you'd turn the roads up, and even if you weren't in rallies, you might see lads going on the crossroads. But, like, people have to understand, it's modern times now. The cars these days don't do that stuff. And not only that, there's a lot more cars on the road, there's a lot more people on the road.
Yeah, man.
Like, you don't know, you come around the corner bad way or sideways or something, you got an old lady coming or a tractor coming, and that's it, you're gone. And then there's another fatality in the car scene.
Yeah.
Then you get your family, like, if something happens to you, the car scene or the caravan you were at, that gets bad name.
Yeah.
Because it happened to you on the way home. It happened there in the UK. It was a couple of weeks ago. There was a big show. The show went really well. The organisers did a perfect job. But on the way home, a lad got killed messing. And that show now is going to be policed.
Yeah. Their name is, not that they done anything wrong themselves, but the show's name is tarnished a very small bit, like, because of other people's actions, that they're just, I don't know, I'm not thinking straight in my eyes. Like,
one thing about the Air Club, like, there's none of that.
No,
the lads are great.
DB Daly's the very same guys, you know, and we've had at our shows before, like, that's the mentality that we should have, you know what I mean? And we can make this community a bigger, better community as such. Like,
it's respect for everyone, isn't it? That's what it's all about.
Yeah. And in Ireland, of course, well, we've roads that are like the width of one car,
exactly.
and they're tight, and they're small, and narrow, and bendy, and then you come around, and there probably is some fucking farmer driving down with a load of bales or something as well, right? So there is a time and a place for these things, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
One more then, we'll give one more comment. What would you find that is, I won't put out there again, for you as car owners, what do you find is hard owning a car?
Well, you probably see what we had, like, was tax insurance and all that, but, like, in fairness, insurance for myself went down a bit this year. It wasn't too bad, but
he's old.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, just for everyone looking here now, why is he a little?
He's 29, I'm not in the 30s.
He's 29, okay. He hasn't, in Ireland, okay, with the insurance, 30 is a bracket. There's like a milestone. Once you turn 30, apparently you're sensible all of a sudden. Your insurance goes down. But you reckon tax insurance is the big one?
That's the big one. Like, as for car owners, you know, like, the roads are terrible. That's one thing. Like, depends where you live. Like, the roads are terrible, so you're changing parts in your car a lot more. Yeah. Especially if someone has lowered the car, modified it, and you take it handy. But you always get that one person driving right up their bum. Yeah. Basically, if you're taking it slow on a bad road, you have a nice car, like, and bouncing around. But
because definitely from what's, like we were saying with the bag group, like, they were talking to me there and they were saying, like, from South Ireland to the North of Ireland, you leave the South of Ireland, you can feel it on the road. You know what I mean? Like, it's like there's a line, like the border is there. I think the road is good and the road is bad. So bad roads in Ireland is obviously a big hit on the car scene, isn't it? Like that, if you have really nice alloys on your car as well, like hitting a pothole. I know people are talking about fishing in some of the potholes in Ireland, wouldn't they? But, like, there is potholes out there that are, like, shin deep. Like, you know, I'm going to say, will you put it at, like, foot and a half, if not 2 foot deep, some of these balls. And I don't care what car you're driving, it's not a tractor, okay? Your allies are going to get broke up, okay? They are, that's just the way it is. But that's fair enough, guys, right? The road to learning, that's definitely an answer I haven't had before, but without a shadow of a doubt, I can see where you're coming from, you know what I mean?
Well, like even, I think the Irish car scene, I know it has Mondello and everything like that, but they're like racing, it needs a big area for a show of the year. Like I know, like the shows that we have, the big ones are all in the north.
Yeah.
It's not really in the Republic. Like, and there's so much land around the place, and there's so many places around that are just abandoned. There's so many abandoned places. I know there's insurance, events insurance. Like that's one of the big things with our club. Events insurance. Like trying to organise that now, that's so hard. Like we have to go to someone who already has it to be able to do a show there.
Yeah, it is tough. Look, coming from our side of the fence as well, look, we've DB on the key there. The paper trail, guys, it's fucking like this, like, you know what I mean, for insurance and liability, getting the council involved, renting premises, all this sort of thing. It is hard, it is tough, and it kind of makes it hard on the likes of us to organise a show to get together. But look, it is worth it in the end. We get days like this to get out together, isn't it?
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, 100%. I was going along all the fantastic Fords that we have here, and I bumped into Heather. Heather was showing off her Mustang, okay? And she came up and told me, Heather, how many owners has this car had since brand new?
One lady owner, just me.
One lady owner. So when it comes to selling and it says one lady owner, non-smoker, this is the car.
True as well.
And this is true as well. This is the car you got to get. This, Heather, I'm not going to lie to you. There was a few changes you brought in from America.
Yeah, I brought her in from America.
Few small changes to get it through the NCT.
The back bank of lights I had to change. I had to put in small LEDs because there's no small lights, bright lights. And I had to cover up a couple of extra lights around as well.
NCT, massive problem in London with car people, isn't it?
Every year there's something different they choose.
But like that, this car is 100% original from 2007, bought from America, and one lady owner.
One lady owner.
Heather, thanks so much for showing me your car. It's absolutely amazing.
Very well.
Right guys, so I think we've covered the vast majority, I suppose, of what I wanted to get across. Thanks for having me, and thanks for coming down for today. And like that, I like to, everyone in the background, I'd like to thank everyone in the background there as well, because I came down here, I'm not a Ford guy, but they all welcomed me in here, right? Sure, yeah, we'll sign off on that one, I suppose, will we? We'll go and get a few sexy shots in the Irish summer where it's in the rain. For me at Dunners at _DB Dailies, Reese here and Luke, we'd like to say goodbye and thanks very much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, follow the guys on social media, follow us at DB Dailies on social media, and like that again, if there's anything you guys want to see or any aspect of car culture that you want to hear or get more information on, be sure to drop it down in the comments. Thanks very much and we'll see you again.